Respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Brings up 3rd down and 5. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. McPherson on for the point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Ravens nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll set up to throw.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 49. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon,
His 9th touchdown of the season.
and the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
21-0 our score after 1.
Now back to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Davante Adams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will will be cut down to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And we're in the middle part of this season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He gets this one to Boyd. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Second and 9 now. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the 1st half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw here.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. From midfield now, Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Watch the flat motion, pop, pop, pop.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw again. This is caught. It's Brown. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Davante Adams with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
He's going to float this one deep right side. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And there is a flag, so a big second down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. Looking to throw.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
24 is the mic. 24 is the mic.
They go play action here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Joseph Osai
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Buying time to his left. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. McPherson's kick is good. And that will tie us at 24-all. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now it's 2nd and 9. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here.
That'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. DJ Reader there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown!
Rashad Bateman.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts him back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw into the hands of Sample.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And now here's another interception. Anthony Averett picks it, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here with Dobbins.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Justin Madubuike showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Justin Houston in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the other expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And they will take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Yeah, we'll see what his offense can do.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Burrow.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. Burrow.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
To throw, Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Marcus Davenport came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Baltimore, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3 and 4 through 7 games. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York.